Hello team. So after high demand from the last video I did regarding this, I've decided to put together a more thorough video regarding signing distributors. So from start to finish, not necessarily just the conversation. So here we go. Please be prepared with paper, pencil to write down some notes. I think it's really, really important so you don't have to rewatch this. So as many of you guys know, signing distributors is my thing, you know, like it's just, you'll find either you're more likely to sign a customer or more likely to sign a distributor with just kind of your own kind of skill set. Can you sign both? Yeah, definitely. So here it is. So when you first start, you're excited, you're pumped up, you're seriously nervous. When you're first starting to talk to people, you don't need to know everything. When I first started, I simply approached some of those closest with me and I said, look, like something crazy happened, come on over and let's talk about it. So I invited them over. I don't think I had any of them that I messaged. And I said, look, like you have to do this with me. Like, you know, I don't do anything stupid. You know that I'm a smart cookie and I'm not just going to jump. And so I signed a small little handful of people just with that by itself. So there was that. I was super excited. I was super confident and they trusted me. So they ran with me. So there was that. And then it starts the posting. So basically when you're posting, there is a pattern that should be followed. And if one thing is off your pattern, then it's just, it throws it out of whack a little bit. And it's just not as smooth. So let's talk about the pattern itself. Now when you're starting to post on your social medias, adding to your network is a big deal. So that does go hand in hand. You need to have, if you're going to work your business with Facebook and like Instagram, you want to keep adding to your friends list. Because as you're posting, you want your audience to be greater. So it is part of it where you're adding each day. Okay, so it's part of your IPAs, if you don't know what that is yet, your income producing activities. So with Facebook, you can max out to 5,000 Facebook friends. And that should definitely be part of the goal. How do you add to your friends list? For me particular, like I don't add guys at all. I add mutual friends of mutual friends of mutual friends kind of thing. So I go to my friends list and I will add, I will just go to their friends list, not another distributor. That's just not okay. You're essentially going to be competing against each other. You know, that doesn't make any sense. So somebody that's not a distributor, and then I go to their friends list. And my general rule of thumb is that they're female, that their cover picture or their profile picture is decent. That's not a necessity. For me, it just, in my brain, it's one less thing I gotta teach. Like, so it makes it easier. That they're not super inappropriate on their Facebook, that they're active on their Facebook. You know, was their last post last December, like 6 months ago? Like, or are they posting regularly? And a nice bonus is if they actually have, you know, a decent amount of Facebook friends. Again, that's not a must either, but it's just less to teach. And that they're not with another company. So, I just don't. I've been down that block where they're with another company and then they try to steal people from me. So it's up to you whether or not you want to open that door, but that's my general rule of thumb with adding Facebook friends. Now, once you start getting a good amount, you're going to want to print off your Facebook friends list. Okay? I'm not going to get too into that. If you click at the very top of the search bar and click Facebook friends list or something, or print Facebook, you'll see it pop up where the how-tos, and it's underneath your settings, underneath general, and you just follow the steps. It'll take a while to download, and then you put it onto Microsoft Word or Excel and print it out. It is a lot of paper, but it is very, very important to print these out, okay? Because part of this is that you are going to be interacting with each person. Your number that you interact with depends on you and how fast you're going for your rank, but you're going to be interacting with people every single day. Or what will happen as you're posting, you're going to notice more, like less and less people interacting with you. So maybe, you know, you start the business and you're getting maybe, you know, 50 people liking on something, and then it dwindles down, and then you only have like 1 or 2. That's because Facebook is limiting your audience and you need to go interact with the other people on your list. So you might have only like a select amount of people that can see your post, right? And so as you're interacting with these people, then what happens is that Facebook, oh, they're friends, and then they will show your post more likely to them. How do you interact? You click their name, just find one of their names at the very top, go to your search bar at the very top, put their name in, type it in, enter, and then click message. Have you talked before? There's so many potentials that I lost track of, and so it's really important to find them again, follow up with them, and if you have not, or whatever. So if you have commented before or talked or had a conversation, put a little note next to it. So see, there's all sorts of doodles, and put PDT for potential distributor, PLC, potential loyal customer, and if it's a PLC, what kind of product do they want? So it's easy to follow up when we have like a promotion happening. And then if you see the ones that are X'd out, they don't belong on my Facebook. You're gonna notice a lot of junk people on there. Maybe they're a guy, maybe they're from some foreign country. I don't even know how they got on there. Like, so I just X'd it out. Or it's like another distributor from another team, whatever. So I took them off. So that is part of it, because you want people to see these next posts that I'm about to talk about. So the posting pattern. When you wake up, the first thing that you do should be something positive. Facebook is depressing enough. And so whether it's a quote, whether, you know, I'm not huge on quotes, just when my heart is feeling it. But for the most part, I will post being in bed with my baby. So, it's up to you, but your morning thing should be something positive. And then it's the pattern. In between any of your business posts, whether you're posting about customer stuff or distributor stuff, should be fluff. What is fluff? What did you post about before it works? You are a person, you know, like it could be, what are you doing outside? Where are you driving to? What are you eating? You know, just complete random stuff. But who are you? Now, this does not mean that you're sharing 5 million things. Oh, 10 people just shared this. Oh, I like that. I'm going to share that. That's not it. No, because you're not telling your audience who you are. You're just sharing something that you like. Does that make sense? So there's that. Now, the pattern. So first it's the positive one, then it's fluff, then it's past. What have you gone through? What struggles have you gone through? Get emotional. Like, you should be tearing up writing these kind. For me, it's, you know, losing my mom. It's living in a metal trailer, like, and no running water or electricity, and using kerosene lamps, you know, like just ridiculous stuff. How we lived off of food stamps and going to the thrift store for school shopping, working 5 jobs my senior year of high school, and already having my own apartment, for being a teenage mom, for being bullied heavily, for, you know, I've been through crap, and talking about what you've gone through, but mixing in the business stuff. So if I'm talking about how poor I was, you know, like I can easily say how, you know, we lived off food stamps and whatnot, and my kids, my babies, even though we had a rough start when we were first parents, they will never ever have to go through that again, and it's because of this business. And when you just weed it in, like, just cleverly, or, you know, how your parents were just so poor when we were growing up, and now I get to take care of my dad, you know, like, just things like that. And then you're gonna mix in a fluff. So past, so inspirational, fluff, past, fluff. Next one is present. What are you going through right now? What are you doing? Like, what's happening? Are you laying in bed with your kid? Are you outside sunbathing? Are you at the beach? But you're working your business, right? You're weeding in the business stuff. Are you getting gas for your car and it works paid for it? Are you going grocery shopping and it works paid for it? Even if it's like a gallon of milk, post about it. Like, you would be surprised at how many people can't even afford a gallon of milk. It's really sad. And let's see here, what else? Like, if you make Wrap Cash, or if you make a Fast Start bonus, what is happening in real time that deals with the business? Okay, that's present. Fluff. And then future. This is one that most people don't do. Where are you going? whether it is the rank that you're trying to go for the month, a bonus you're trying to go for the month, whether you put out bigger dreams, like It Works is going to pay for my future house. I'm going to retire from my job. I'm going to retire my spouse from my job. There's so many little things that can happen in the future, right? But the biggest thing is that telling your audience that you're not going anywhere. People are scared to invest in this. It's $99 that they don't have. And so for them to invest in you, they don't want to do it with some flaky person. And unfortunately, network marketing is a high turnover rate. That's just the way it is. It's a self-motivating business, and most people don't have motivation. It is hard to keep on going. I relate this to like an online class. You have homework, you have tests, but a lot of people just drop out to those because they cannot handle trying to manage their own time. For me, it worked out great. It's a lot more work, but I still got my 4.0. It's just because it worked with my lifestyle, and that's really how this is. You have your homework each day. It's just doing it. So where are you going with the business? It is so important. That is why I signed up with Jessica versus my friend, because I didn't know where she was going with the business. I don't know. I'm an all, when I do something, I'm all in, and I just was really nervous on just being by myself. I didn't want to be dropped. And so if you talk about our group, how it's a secret Facebook group, and you're only going to get tips and tricks from our group, and nobody else has it, where it's kind of leading oh man, maybe I need to do that. And just letting them know that that you will take care of them. So future, then fluff, then catchy. Catchy posts are the ones that you see a lot, and I feel like we've mastered that pretty well in our group. Who wants to make $500 from their cell phone? Who wants to be a stay-at-home mom? Who wants to make extra money using their cell phone on the side? Hiring part-time, full-time, $200 to $2,000 a month. I don't know, there's so many out there now. So where it's words only, those are the catchy ones. And then fluff, and then there is friendship. Obviously you don't want to do it all the time, because it might look a little bit weird, but maybe every few days you're highlighting a friend that you've made in the business. My friend Bua, even though we live literally 3,000 miles apart, we've become the bestest of friends, and it is the coolest thing ever. And just talking about how, because of our friendship, it's just completely, that's one thing I didn't count on, and I'm an introvert, so any extra friendships, oh man, it means the world to me. And people will join this business with friendships alone. So it's really important to talk about who you've met, and how your families get to live with not live with each other, but how your families will grow up with one another and grow old with one another and get close. And that is things that people look for. They want those connection and that community feel, so that is the pattern. So inspirational, fluff. Past, fluff. Present, fluff. Future, fluff. Catchy, fluff. Friendship, fluff. Now, do you need to post all that in one day? No. That's a lot of posts. But you can spread it out, maybe in 2 days. So you constantly want to talk about all of those. And now I'm going to go over the why. The past. You talking about the past has people trust you. You're a real person now. You've gone through things, and that really opens the door for trust. And they're not going to sign up with you if they don't trust you. So present. It's really important because people are going through things right now, and they're watching you, and they're struggling, and they can't fill up their gas tank. They're going negative in their bank account. They have PUD notices at the door. This is my life, you guys. I used to go negative, oh my gosh, it was so bad. And PUD notices on my door all the time, and people are wanting hope. And you talking about what you're going through, right now, and how the business is helping, they're watching you. It's going to catch their attention. And if you're taking selfies in the hammock, I do all the time, they want that. They want to live life. They don't want to be stuck at work all the time. And then you've got your future. That gives them okay, you're not going to leave them, where they feel that security, right? So the future stuff is more about security. The past is more about trust. And then you've got your catchy, which that's always a good one. Like, so if you mix in the other ones, it's going to catch their attention. Like, wait a minute, wait, what's this? And you could be posting about everything else, and you have no catchy ones, but it's not getting their attention. All of a sudden, make $500 from my phone. What? And so it just captures their attention. Now you got their attention, but make sure you're doing the other kind of posts, or you're not gonna, like, they're gonna be like, this is just a scam. This is just fake. So make sure that you are a real person with your other posts. And then you have your friendship. And again, people will join this business for friendships alone, like, and there's a lot of lonely people out there, a lot. And especially as we get older, like, friendships change, and our deals and everything just changes. And we're looking for those solid relationships out there. So definitely don't forget that part. So that is the pattern. Okay, I hope that all makes sense. If you need more examples, just let me know. But that's really the pattern. Now, how do you weed in your customer stuff, right? So it depends. You need to decide how many times a day you're wanting to post. Are you going to be aggressive, or are you going to be really laid back? If you're super laid back, maybe, you know, executive Ruby is your goal. It's only going to be like 2-3 posts a day for your business. Then it could be, what have you gone through? And then maybe you mix it up your greens, and then like, oh, I'm laying in my hammock working, you know? But you just want to weed it in. If you're a little bit more aggressive and you're like emerald, diamond, double diamond, triple diamond, presidential, then it's going to be more posts than that. So whether it's, you know, 6+ times a day, just make sure that you're weeding in fluff in between, or you're going to look like a commercial. You are a real person, you know, mix in those fluff posts. And then conversations. This goes into the video that I've already done. And I hope that it helped quite a bit. So let's say you are doing your IPAs for the day, and you're going backwards on yesterday's posts, and whoever liked and commented, you're screenshotting your post, you're sending it back to them, and you're very casual. You're not pushy, okay? Nobody likes a salesman. Nobody wants to be pushed. It's very gentle. Hi, blah, 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 you know, whatever their name is, or whatever. I wasn't sure if you were possibly interested, ... happy face. I'm always super easy about it. Hello, honey. Oh, you want blankie? So that's how I, like, really start talking to new people. Oh my gosh, I get that question a lot. I don't know how to, like, talk to 10 new people a day, you know, because it's part of our IPA list. Come here, honey. One sec. Oh, you are heavy. So, that is how I talk to a lot of new people, and I open that door to communication. I don't cold message. I'm just not good at it. I'm a yellow, and reds are really good at it, and it works for them, but it works, that's their personality. For me, I'm a yellow, and I care too much with what people think, and it's just like, ah! So it comes out awkward. It just never works. So, I literally just make my brand new conversations more with opening that door when they're liking and commenting on my stuff. And it's enough where I have enough follow-ups. So, you know, I could have easily 10 new people a day from them liking and commenting on that my yesterday stuff. So as long as you're doing your interactions also on your Facebook friends list, so, or your interactions are going to go lower, okay? Now, another thing I did not talk about with interactions is going live on your Facebook will always have more interactions. And don't forget that you can also post to your Facebook and Instagram stories, and that will always boost a lot of attention on those by itself. And they're all potentials. So there is that. Where was I going? So new people messaging. So I send it to them, and then honestly, you guys, the conversation's usually the same, like in the beginning anyways, is they're curious on what you do. No, they really haven't been looking at your other posts. They have no clue what you do. Then what, right? And so I have a trick that I'm going to show you. And you guys can borrow mine until you make your own, because a lot of people don't have their success stories yet. So I figured this out, gosh, when was it? I want to say right after Christmas, where I made a post and I used the same picture and I recycle it. Now I'm recycling it every like week or so because you guys are using it with me. But I've been doing it like every couple of weeks, and it's the same stuff that I start with. So I'm going to show you. And it's a really long, detailed post. And why did I do that? Because every single conversation you have with people, it's really a lot of the same thing. What do you do? Do you really make money with this? What money is involved? How much is a kit? How do you sign up for it? Like all the little stuff, right? And so it's always the same post. And I'm going to show you. So there's my picture, and it's always the same picture so I can easily identify it. And then I go into detail. See if I can get close here. Like, what do I do? All of that, right? And then I weed in my stuff. And then with some successes at the bottom, and then how they sign up. And then what I'll do is usually at the very end is also have current promotions happening. Okay. And then if you see, there's a video right there. Okay. I cannot stress the importance of making that video. That video is my why video. I got really emotional. I cried a little bit. You want a why video. And I know that it's intimidating, but I cannot tell you how many people you're going to sign with that video, because it shows that you're a real person. And they want to connect with a real person and trust you that you're going to take care of them. So what I do is, so I made the video, I saved the link, and I put it at the end. Now, for you guys, you get to tag any potentials on that. And you get to say, hey, this is my upline, this is who's going to also help you, and blah, 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 blah. So it lends support with you. But at some point, you want to make this post for yourself also. So highly recommend, go find it on my page, tag your potentials. Now, what else do you do? So if somebody's saying to me, so I just screenshotted and sent it to them, hey, were you possibly interested? And they say, yeah. My first question is going to be, do you even know what I do? Have you seen other posts of mine? Because there are some people that have been stalking me for the last 3 years, and there's other people that literally just got added to my friends list, and I don't know which one they are, you know? And so depending on the answer is where the next part of the conversation goes. No matter what, I'm going to tag them in the next so many minutes to that post so that they can start reading it. And I'll let them know that, hey, I'm going to tag you on something that lists the details out so that you can read it when you can. I know you're running around busy right now. There is a video at the end. I feel like it's really important. And I straight up tell them that, you know, that video is important because this job is designed where we're going to be really great friends. There's no way that we can work one-on-one, you know, hip to hip, if we're not friends at the same time. It just doesn't work, you know. And I think that's really important to say, because you're opening that door even more where you're going to take care of them, you know, and you care enough. So there is the tagging, and then at some point you need to figure out why they need money. And that can get slightly awkward if you're not careful. You can't just straight up say, well, why do you want money? Weed it in so that you are like smart about it. And just, you know, as you're getting to talk to them, well, are you working now? And you're just trying to like weed something in, or you're stay at home, you know, already, and you want to like maybe go full time with this, so that you can kind of open that door. Not always are they going to be really like open with what's going on in their life, but for the most part, they're really, really good about like, well, gosh, you know, like, I have been watching you for a few months, like, and I just found out I'm pregnant, and I'm looking for something for staying at home, you know. Or, no, I've never seen a post. I have no idea. No, I have a couple of other jobs. I'm just looking to earn some extra money from my phone. You know, conversations like that. So now you know. If you're going into this conversation thinking that you're going to sign them right up, your chances of signing them up are very, very slim. Follow-ups, you want to have in your head that you're a follow-up queen or king, right? You're going to master follow-ups. People need to think about it. It is a big decision with the kit, and I'm telling you right now that the majority of people that are not going to sign up right away is because it's the money for the kit. So be sympathetic when they're mentioning that. Well, you know, I would love to sign up. I really don't have the money right now. Look, I get it. Like, I didn't have money either. I was on my maternity leave, getting, you know, half of my paycheck. I'm the only one that was working, and quite honestly, like I was supposed to pay for a cell phone bill, and then I'm like, oh, I'm going to buy fireworks for that. But then I use the fireworks money because I signed up 4th of July. And so I get it. Like it's not, it's a big deal, right? Like you don't want to be making money. Like you're trying to like, or you don't want to spend money. You're trying to make money, right? So be sympathetic. Don't be a jerk about it. Just be like, oh, okay. No, I totally understand. This is da-da-da-da. So there is that. But they can always pre-sell their wraps, you guys. Like, think Girl Scout cookies. My coworker used to bring this list and put it on my table. And, like, the break room or whatever. Okay, well, who's wanting cookies? And we would pick out what we want. We would hand our money. And then in a couple of weeks, probably I would get my cookies. Same idea. You go up to 4 different friends or family. Look, like, I really, really know that this is the direction that I need to go. Like, I need to do this. But I need help. Can you please reserve one of my wraps so that I can get my starter kit going, and I will give you the wrap as soon as it comes. So, and it's just it's $25 each, you guys. Like, it's not a big deal. Now, if you're not comfortable doing that just yet because you have not tried the wrap yet, which I get, you know, I feel like 75% of the people are like that, then there's other ways, you know, there are other things. Borrow it from somebody, charge it, sell something in the house. Like, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, if they really want it, they're going to figure it out, right? We go to Costco, we go to Target, we go to Walmart. We're going to freaking spend that in like 2 seconds. You need to bring value to their life. And once you bring value with your posts and your conversations with them, they're going to know that their investment's going to be worth it, right? But if they're just like, no, then there's not enough, you haven't brought value with your business proposition, you know? So there is that. So yes, tag them on here. It lends support. It answers all the questions, so you don't have to sit there and it saves so much time. I can't even tell you how much time. And that video at the end opens the door to trust, so you're not like going 0 to 180 trying to like, I'm a real person, I promise, like I'm real. Like, your video speaks for you. And so you're doing bare minimum as far as like getting that conversation going and finding their why. Because guess what? You're probably going to follow up with them. I think the statistics are 7 to 30 times for follow-ups where they might make the plunge. Like, very rarely do they sign up on the spot. And so, know in your head, you're probably not going to sign them right away. Okay? Jot their name down. Don't lose it. Put it on your Facebook friends list that you have going on. Right? Put PDT. I think that you should have like a separate notebook with your potentials, because what happens is, like, we have a promo or something that happens and it's like, oh my gosh, where's my list, you know? And if you have them all in front of your face with like dates that you like message, there you go. Also know that when you're messaging somebody and they're like, oh, I have a payday in 2 weeks, blah, 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 then you can put the date in Messenger. So, like, I have some potentials that are signing up June 15th. So I would put June, type it out, June 15th, 2018, enter. So it's like an actual message. And then it's going to have a line that pops up underneath of it. It's a link. Click that. And so then it's going to come up with this little, like, clock thing. Put down, you know, noon or something on that day. And now you have a follow-up. So why do that? Because we are busy. The chances of you forgetting to follow up are pretty high. I've done it so many times. And so putting it in there not only reminds you, it reminds them too. So I love it. It is by far one of my like coolest features. And it's just nice because it's like, hi, I'm just following up. They know that you're going to follow up because you put a date in there. So there's that. And then when you're following up, you're going to follow up. And what's going to happen is that you get to talk about their why. Like, maybe they're ghosting you, maybe something. They're still watching. If they haven't blocked you, they're still interested. It's most likely that they're trying to think about the kit, or maybe they haven't hit a life event that was big enough yet. So what's happened with some of mine, they've been watching me all year round. I got somebody that's going to be signing up because she got pregnant again. And so you just don't know. So there is that. So they say that every 3 months a major life change happens. So never stop following up with somebody. The only time is if they're just a jerk. Like, and you just know that even if they were to sign up, that it would just be bad, you know? And then they need to be off your Facebook, quite frankly. Now, that's pretty much it as far as like sealing the deal. So a good follow-up, just so you guys all like know, make them feel important. Now, if you don't mean it, it's not going to come out right. You need to be genuine when you're talking to people, you guys. Like, they're real people. They're not just a number. Like, follow up with them. If, let's say, for instance, you're going for emerald and you're missing a ruby or something, you're looking for your next leader, right? So message them, hey, I'm looking for my next leader. I thought of you. I just know that we would do well with each other. I just know. And you kind of seal the deal a little bit with mentioning any promos that are about to end. Hey, you know, we've got this $5,000 bonus, and I know that your family needs it, and I'm looking for my next leader. Do you want to snag it? You know, I'm about to post on Facebook, but I wanted to offer it to you first. See? So there is like an idea to open the door back up. If somebody ghosts you, meaning that they're not answering, like maybe you've set like the last 5 and not even seen, it's okay. It's okay. What I do is, if they're doing it, they're doing it, they're doing it. I've been using them for hostapools. So I just simply say, hey, I have a $200 raffle going on, so that they see that $200 thing pop up first, and then they're more likely to do it. So that's really it, you guys. I do the pattern. You can have host-a-post designated to getting a distributor. Like, let's say your sister's being cool and she'll do a host for you or post for you, and she'll be your host. And you say, she could say, my sister Miranda is looking for her last 2 stay-at-home moms making $200 to $2,000 a month. Please like or comment. So you can turn host-a-post into distributor-driven things. Just know that you're probably not going to sign them up right away because of that pattern. They don't trust you yet. They don't know you. So add them as a friend, and just know that you're going to have to follow up like crazy. They're going to need to see your pattern. But if you don't have the pattern, you're not going to sign them up. Now, the only last thing I want to kind of mention is be careful of your audience. When I first went diamond, I had the wrong audience. So make sure that the people that you're adding to your Facebook, you're like as much as you can, because you're not going to know all the way. Do you really even like them? You know, like, can you see that they can make, you know, like great distributors? Or are they like junk? You know, like there's a lot of junky people out there. Sometimes completely doing an overhaul with your audience will make the biggest difference. So I went after my first year, and I'm like, oh shoot, I have like kind of like the wrong people on my Facebook. I decided to revamp. I deleted a whole bunch and I revamped, and I really plumped it up to my maximum of 5,000, and found me fellow yellows, because I'm a very yellow personality, giving and loving and whatnot, and it made all the difference. And that is why I'm about to hit the 7th out of 8th rank. So yes, I just wanted to kind of weed that in at the end. Now, for customer stuff, you just weed in the customer stuff in between your fluff ones. It just depends, what are you aiming for? You know, are you trying to sign up a customer a day? You're going to have to be a little bit more aggressive, maybe do some host-a-posts. But I did definitely give you everything that I've got for signing distributors. So I hope that helps. I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you.